The girls are back in town. Evolution is back on the docket. It is 100% on the docket. It is happening. This is not rumor. This is not a drill. This is happening. And we planted the seeds, you and I. We planted the seeds. I said on this show that if the rumors were true, it's the only way that I will accept that triple threat match. To be robbed of Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Livid, absolutely livid with that decision. But then I got the triple threat match, and it wasn't entirely a terrible match. It was all right. It was pretty good. So I'm not completely out of the realm of being upset by it. But I did say, if one of the reasons why they didn't pull the trigger at Mania is because they want to pull the trigger at Evolution, that I'd be with it. But now it's May. They're announcing the show for July. And I don't think they're headed that way. There are some other talents. There are some other options on the table that are going to probably be presented. I'm not a fan of most of them. But the talk of the town, the scuttlebutt, if you will, is that they're saving Rhea and Io for that pay-per-view, for the world title. And there's some talk of adding Bianca into the triple threat with Jade Cargill and Naomi to wrap up that little storyline, that little piece of business. Now, from the first pay-per-view, that's already a step up, but that's not what I want. I'm going to be a prissy little bitch right now and just say, I want my main event. Give it to me. God damn it. Give me what I want. Batista right now. You know what I want. Give me what I want. I want what I want. Now, this pay-per-view is also taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. So I don't give a shit who's on the fucking card. All I know is that Bianca Belair needs to be in the main event. Or there's going to be a fucking uprising in this goddamn place. You understand?
Nah, why are you saying that?
You know why.
From a company that has gone out of their way to disrespect that woman, why do you think weren't they there recently and they hosted it?
And they hosted, yeah. They went to,
yeah. So what fucking makes you think that she's gonna main event? She wasn't even on the card.
Yeah, that's because they put all the dudes on the card. This is an all women's card. Who the fuck else are you gonna put in the main event other than Bianca Belair? You're not putting Io and Rhea in the main event, are you?
All right. Listen, I understand that you're arguing from a place of logic, but I don't know if you heard what I said. This company is making it their personal goal to disrespect this person. So no, she is not going to be the main event.
You want to make a bet?
What kind of bet you want to make?
Oh, man.
You just said the three-way with Naomi
and Jade
Cargill.
As a possibility. Nothing's been confirmed. Yeah,
main event over Rhea Ripley? No.
Well, see, in that situation, I kind of would buy it because it wouldn't necessarily be going over Rhea so much as it is Rhea being in the ring with Io. That's the big issue.
What's the issue there?
Well, first and foremost, so far with this title reign, have you come around on Io?
No.
Okay.
She's terrible on the mic, and she's absolute. If we have sliders on Io, she is maxed out on everything except for a microphone. And that is a problem.
And the new taunt now. You seen the new taunt getting around with the hole with the fingers?
With the double fist? Yeah. I love it. It's good. I like the pointing to herself. It's the new RVD.
Yeah, that's not a bad comparison. Yeah.
But this is my problem with Io. She is phenomenal. She's head and shoulders above everybody. I would even say I'd even give her an edge over Rhea.
Ooh,
because I think she goes different.
In
not
the ring?
Better. Not yes. Oh, okay. Not better, but I mean slightly better, different. Her different is better. But she's not better. It's hard to explain. But Io is phenomenal in the ring. But aside from that, she has no showmanship. But I will say that the way they have been positioning her, whereas I know when she got the belt the first time, they kept trying to put her in the ring and doing these things, and she just looked awkward. Now they're really just letting her go rather than forcing her behind the microphone, which I think is giving her a better run. But my point doesn't change. I don't think she's the greatest of champions because she can't really sell a story, but she's a great champion because she can go better than anyone in the ring. So I'm conflicted when it comes to her. But to the main point, yes, those two are going to main event over Bianca for sure. 100%.
And because it's strictly just Bianca, or because of who Bianca's in the ring with as well? Because if I'm going to take points away from Rhea because she's in the way Io, I got to do the same on the other side. Because while Jade Cargill is kind of in the middle somewhere, Naomi is a terrible idea. We'd be putting in the main event of anything.
If Bianca isn't going against one of those two, I don't think she makes the main event. And in the position that it is right now, because Io is the champion, I don't know. It's hard, dude. She's not going to main event. It's just not going to happen.
What if
it's not going to happen?
What if they were to put her in the ring with Tiffy for the WWE Women's Championship?
Oh, fucking yuck. Yeah, I don't think that's main event either.
Did WrestleMania completely sour you on Tiffany?
I just can't see her the same way anymore. It's not the honeymoon phase with her is over.
It's ruined.
Her athleticism isn't really even that flashy.
She was exposed.
And her microphone work is fucking abysmal. It's very bad. Like, all she does is high-pitched noises. She says the same shit. She's not really that witty. I think she gets outspoken quite often. And it's just kind of cringe to watch her. She can move in the ring, but she's no Io. So her work in the ring is not making up for her microphone work.
Ooh. Oh no. This is spelling trouble for us for this pay-per-view. If you're not on board with the... You're actually a little... To me, you sound a little higher on Io than you were before. A little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not completely sold yet. But
yeah, I didn't make that... I don't know if I made that point specifically clear.
You didn't say it out loud, but
she's having a better run.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But it's because they're being smarter with her.
Also,
which is good.
I kind of think it helps. Is it me? I was just making this comment the other day because Io was on Sheamus's YouTube channel, the exercise thing that he does where he brings superstars in. They do like their favorite exercises, whatever the case may be. It's like a fitness channel that he has. And Io was on there with, was it Dakota Kai? I can't remember what it was. And she was just, talking, right? There's no script for this thing. It's a personal thing that Sheamus does. It's just witty banter back and forth. And all of a sudden I'm listening to Io and I'm like, is her English actually getting better? Because I remember when she first got there, the English was very, almost racist, right? Like she was doing a Japanese woman, like an impression of an English-speaking Japanese woman. But now it was coming out really clear, and she was using these, say big words, but for a native Japanese speaker, sometimes English is kind of fucking weird for English language is weird for anybody.
I was about to say English is a fucked up language to begin with.
Yeah, English is a fucked up language. If it's not your first language, it's almost impossible to pick up. I got so much respect for people who have it as a dual language.
I'm convinced that knowing English cripples you learning other languages, and learning English is very difficult to do. Yeah. That's how bad English is.
But are we penalizing Io for that? That's what I was saying before, but I feel like her English is getting better. So does that help that the fact that this run just feels a little better than the first one?
It feels a lot better, but my argument is still with the story. But is she making a point that you don't need one and you can just work? Which contradicts a lot, you would say.
I don't think that
okay.
She needs.
So how do you feel about her run then?
I feel it. I agree to a point. I feel like it is a much better run than the first time around. But if she is going to work a program with Rhea going into Evolution, she's gonna need to speak. Now it's gonna. If I'm the WWE, I have it be very limited speech, like going into WrestleMania when the two girls when Bianca and Rhea were really the ones doing most of the talking, and then they would like shove Io out of the way, and then eventually she got tired of it and she shoved them back. There wasn't a whole lot of talking there, and it still worked. You can tell a story without sitting out there and doing an entire 5-page essay on the microphone, but she's gonna have to say something at some point. And so for her, I think it's less is more. Give her the facts, give her the straight up what she needs to get across, and then just let Rhea do her thing. If they don't go into that direction, and let's say hypothetically I do get what I want, and Rhea and Bianca is the main event of that show, as it should be, where does that leave our champions? Because now Io would have to begin down a path alone. Now, she is currently involved with Roxanne Perez and Julia, which I think would be interesting either way. And Tiffany, I don't know. She just had this big thing with Nia Jax. I don't know what the fuck she's doing over there. But she'd need a title contender as well. And let's not forget that this isn't going to just be the women on the main rosters, right? So we've also have the NXT Women's Championship situation. We're going to have Stephanie Vacour. We're going to have Jordynne Grace. We have mid-card titles that have to be...
You know who I'm really excited for that I know you're probably not going to agree with me, but I'm really starting to like her?
Who's that?
Lyra.
No,
no, dude, I'm really starting to buy into this. Like,
what is she doing now that gets you?
She had one fumble... But that that back and forth she had with Becky, she was torching Becky. Like, Becky looked almost like very sloppy on the microphone. And Lyra's comebacks were quicker, more witty. Like, I don't know if it's just like a shock for me. Like, I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
And she fumbled the last line, which hurts because it was like her mic drop moment. Otherwise, it would have been the
line about Seth Rollins,
back and forth.
The talent, the line about Seth Rollins, the talent line. Or you're like, oh,
yeah. She said no at the very end. She was like, but that's not you. She went to say something else, and she kind of fumbled it a little bit. But other than that, it was a rather perfect back and forth. And I feel like Becky didn't keep up. I don't know. I'm really starting to like buy into Lyra. I like where she is right now.
Yeah, that's fine. You can. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's not doing good work with Becky, but I don't judge people on their work when they work with their friends. Take that energy and keep that going with other people, then I'm impressed. When you do that with your friend, I can go out there right now with Sammy or one of my other friends that I've been wrestling with for 20 years, and we'll go out there. We don't even have to fucking think about it. We just do it, and I'm going to look great. Then I go across town to somebody else's promotion who I never wrestled before and look like the shits. The skill for me comes in the consistency. So far up until this point, she ain't been consistent. But the work she's been doing with Becky has been actually pretty good, so we'll see. Someone's work who's not been looking so goddamn good, Zelina Vega on the other side, the U.S. champ, is out here kicking people in the fucking faces because she can't do her own. She does a listen when I tell you, okay? I started with House of Glory, all right? I've had a chance to work with her. I've had a chance to speak with her and get to know her a little bit. She is the coolest person on earth. And I'm so glad she's getting this opportunity to show what she can do with a championship around her waist. She's been begging for it. She's been working her ass off for it. She's been fighting backstage for it. I give her all the credit in the world. But being completely 100% honest, it ain't working out so far. They haven't really given her the opportunity to speak, which is kind of weird because that's her actual strong point, is the promos. And they haven't really been giving her a lot of opportunity in that. It's almost like they're allowing her to either sink or swim in the ring, and she's sinking. All right. Code Red is her cousin's move, the Amazing Red. Right? She's doing it out of homage. She does an okay one. It's not the best one I've seen. It's not even the best one on that show. Because Roxanne Perez does a Code Red. That's Pop Rocks, and she does it better than fucking Zelina Vega. Then she tries to do a 619, which is an homage to her trainer, Rey Mysterio, and she can't even do that correctly. And instead, to cover her own ass, she stiffs fucking Chelsea and busts her fucking nose open on fucking television. This ain't going smooth. So, if you absolutely have to put the United States champion on the fucking card for the sake of it being Evolution, I'm not opposed to it, but that's dark match or match number 2. I don't want to hear anything else about that. Get her on the card. I'm sure she deserves it, but this ain't going too well for her. Stephanie Vacour is doing great. Julia's doing great. They got a whole litany of NXT girls down there. By the way, the first Evolution I went to had a battle royal. I assume this one will as well. There's going to be a bunch of NXT ladies that are going to be on this program for our battle royal. I'm sure they'll announce just to get them on the card. And they have a litany of opportunities here. Don't forget we have women's tag team champions in Liv Morgan and Raquel. Although we're sowing seeds of dissension there this past Monday, or yesterday I should say. We're recording this on Tuesday. So, I don't know what's going to end up happening with that. Bayley and Becky have unfinished business, so they have a lot of storylines they could come into this pay-per-view with that I think automatically makes it a better show than the first one, and I actually enjoyed the first one. It's actually kind of ironic. If Rhea Ripley was the main event this one, it would be full circle because Rhea Ripley was the dark match in the first one. She wasn't even on the pay-per-view. She was the dark match against Dakota Kai. I was there. It was Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai one-on-one to start the event as a dark match, and then they started the actual pay-per-view. So to go from the dark match to the main event, that's growth right there.
Well, for what it's worth, I think this is a great opportunity. They have a lot of fucking talent. So let's see what they decide to do.
Yep, they have the opportunity to showcase the ladies. So, of all the people we keep talking, hey, give the ladies a shot. They're going to get it at Evolution 2.